In this episode of In the Knoll, we're going to be talking to a senior at Maryknoll School who is a lifer. A lifer is someone who has been at Maryknoll since kindergarten and will be graduating this year. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of In the Knoll. I'm Jaina Higuchi and today we're here with special guest JV Cabang.
Hi everyone.
And today, per his request, we are on the couch, the new location.
It's very comfortable, very comfortable. I thought it was a great idea. I saw it when I was walking in off camera and I was like, I need to sit on it. So
feel more calm and relaxed.
Yes, definitely.
So, how's your day today?
You know what? I woke up. I was like, I feel like today's going to be a good day because I'm going to go on this podcast, talk to you, just have a conversation. I got breakfast at Shriners, strawberry bagel.
I also got a bagel today.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's meant to be.
It is. It really is. How was your morning?
My morning was okay. I mean, I ate breakfast, but I did spend 20 minutes trying to find my car today. So it was a little stressful, but it's okay. We're here.
Yeah, now you're here. Yeah.
Well, it's Wednesday, so are you ready for this week, to end it off?
I think every week I'm ready to end the week, you know what I mean? But I feel like, a lot of it is just like, just get through the day, try your hardest. I mean, I'm pretty lenient with classes right now. I don't have a lot of classes because it is our senior year, right? So I guess I feel a little more relaxed. College is definitely a big thing now. But yeah, definitely trying to push through graduation.
Yeah, only 87 more days left.
That is crazy to me. 87. Like, I swear last month I was just a freshman. Like, I vividly remember being a freshman, walking in on campus, and now cut 4 years later and we're already ready for graduation.
Yeah.
And for me, for some reason, like, I feel like physically, like, I didn't grow. Like, I feel like I had very big expectations for, like, I would look so much more, like, mature and stuff. But I feel like I still look the same. And a lot of us still do.
That's okay. There's still more time to grow, especially in college. I mean, we just have to cherish the last 3 months. I mean, How has school been? Like, any hard classes or, like, what's your favorite class right now?
Favorite class? I would have to say my favorite class would probably be either AP Bio or Religion.
Oh, wow.
For some reason. Okay, AP Bio only because I've always fell in love with science. At the start, like ever since freshman year, I've always had good experiences with science. For some reason, I always did good in those classes. So I kind of found my passion. I always found my passion in science. So I think AP Bio just comes naturally for me. The content is very interesting. And it's weird too because my favorite subject is AP Bio, but also religion. So, there's like science and faith. But I feel like in religion class right now, I have Mrs. DuPont. We're talking about, a lot of certain things about faith, morality, and all that. I think that class really teaches you to apply, like, it helps you apply what you learn in that class in the real world. Like, it's not just like, you look at a Bible passage, you read it, analyze it, and then move on. She teaches, like, beyond that. It's always like, how do you feel about yourself? Like, what do you feel about college, your future? How do you, like, navigate through life? So I feel like a lot of it is, like, that.
That's nice.
And it hits hard, too, now, because it's, like, we're going to live independent lives in college. We're soon, like, going to be, I don't know, out on our own, so.
Is that your college major, AP Bio?
It is. Well, nursing is my major, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you excited for that? Like,
I'm nervous, but I feel like it's a balance of both like, nervousness and excitement. I'm nervous because it's, like, this is, like, it's real. It's happening, This major is going to be, the rest of my life. It's going to be my career. It's going to be my, just, I don't know. It's just my life is going to revolve around that. Yeah. But I'm also excited, too, because it's like I'm finally taking that big step into, adulthood. Personally, I don't feel as ready as I want to be, but I feel like I have very high expectations. So I feel like over the course of these 3 months, I feel like I'll learn a lot more about myself and I'll be confident enough.
I mean, you're committed to a college, right? Are you ready for college? Like,
well, okay, for you know already that I'm committed to Creighton University. Go Blue Jays. But it's in a very different environment. You know, in Hawaii, we're very diverse. You know, you turn the corner and you know someone.
Yeah.
But Creighton University, it's in Nebraska. So it's a very different culture there. It may not be as diverse as Hawaii, but I feel like, again, if you just bring that spirit of Ohana to Nebraska, you'll be able to, you know, find anyone. And that applies to any college, right? Like wherever you're going, I feel like a lot of it is just like, I don't want to try to fit in. I want to be able to just be myself, and then the right people will find me.
That's
So
a
I'm kinda
big
just like
step,
that.
you know, going from like a private school, Maryknoll, it's so small, and like we're lifers, so that's been our whole
Yeah.
experience since
Like-
kindergarten.
Like even a few of our classmates too are also lifers, so it's like we've been around them for 13 years.
Yeah.
So it's like it almost feels like a second family to us. And then knowing that we have to leave them sometime soon is like
yeah,
scary, but also it's kind of just like I'm excited to see where we're all gonna go.
me too. So what's it like to be a lifer at Maryknoll?
I feel like, you know, for me at least, I hold that standard of being a lifer much higher than those that have maybe joined a little bit later, only because like we've been around Maryknoll for, again, 13 years. So we know the expectations that roll around being a Spartan, you know, being guided by faith. You know, that's been our whole entire lives, you know, always being put in the tradition of, you know, like Catholic tradition, growing in faith with each other, going in unison with each other. So I feel like for me, being a lifer is not only exhibiting those traits yourself, but also being able to have that mission to spread it to everyone else, because who knows it better than us, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like for us, we also show a great example of, you know, community and unity, just because we've been around these people for so long. We see people come, we see people go. So I don't know. It feels like such a privilege to be able to be called a lifer. And I think
Yeah.
people should realize that too, you know?
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm very glad and proud to be a lifer at Maryknoll.
Yeah.
Do you think Maryknoll has like driven you closer to your faith?
I think so, yes. Because, well, of course, when I was like in grade school, like kindergarten, I wasn't really focused on that kind of stuff. You know, for me, it was just like, you know, another class to take because, hello, I was like, what, 5, 6 at the time. So I didn't know any better. I just wanted to play on the slide at recess. But when I started to, you know, be in middle school, I think middle school was when I kind of started to transition into Catholicism, because I got like confirmed. I had my first Holy Communion. So I knew that it was going to be a part of my life, but I never really took it like as something serious until high school. Because high school, I feel like you're doing so much self-exploration. You're like, that's when you kind of have not like an identity crisis, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you start to get confused on like, who am I? What am I like passionate about? Because I feel like when everyone's in high school, it always feels like crunch time for them, right? Because it's like, you have 4 years left until college, so you have to like choose now. But I think being, you know, leaded by faith, it reminded me that it's okay to take a step back in certain things, you know. Not only, like, you shouldn't only just rely on yourself. You always have God to look forward to, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of that too is just like, you're not alone in that sort of aspect. And there are a lot of experiences too where I was definitely able to grow in faith with others as well. Like, for example, Kairos. You know, that retreat really just like opened my eyes to such a new perspective on faith, you know. I think before then I always thought faith and religion were just like such a sensitive topic, like, you know, oh, you have to follow what like the Bible says all the time, and like you can't do this, you can't do that. But through Kairos, you learn that it's so much more than just what's in the Bible. Like, there's so many greater lessons that you can learn from that you can just apply in your daily lives no matter what. It really wasn't like so religion focused. It was more about like faith centered. And I feel like that's such a universal language that can tie everyone together. So
Yeah.
I really do think that Maryknoll does a great job on, you know, reminding people that, you know, they're not pushing you to be Catholic, but they're reminding you that your faith is so important in your daily life.
I agree. It was a
Yeah.
very special time. I think it connected a lot of us, and especially that bringing us to Life Teen, it has just helped us build our faith overall. Besides Life Teen, what are some other things you like to do, you know, hobbies? What do you...
Well, in terms of school activities, I am the president of the Maryknoll Filipino Club.
Okay.
I've been for it for 3 years now, which I think is shocking. I
That's
started my
amazing.
sophomore year, and I've been president ever since. And through them, I've been involved in so much other things. I've been involved in the Filipino Curriculum Project, where we
Yes.
recently created a course that is now implemented at Maryknoll High School, Filipino History Culture.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's our first year, so we're piloting it. So I think it's a very great experience. Away from that, I'm part of the Maryknoll Student Government. I'm the Senate Vice President. So I work alongside, the Senate officers and the teachers to plan events for the entire school. Key Club I'm a part of. I'm their editor, so I post stuff on their Instagram. And yeah, that's really like the most prominent hobbies that I have. Oh, volleyball. I used to do volleyball from freshman year to junior year. Senior year, I took a step back because, a lot of extracurriculars are happening in college. Like I feel like I couldn't balance that.
Yeah.
But I still wanted to be involved in volleyball, so I'm now their team manager for volleyball.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's really cool. But from your time like away from school, do you see yourself like doing anything else? Like
Sleeping.
what's your favorite? Oh, that's your favorite thing?
Sleeping maybe. No,
Honestly
but
relatable.
yeah, school really tires me out where I have to like, just take a break and sleep. But rather
Yeah.
than that, like I like going to the mall, spending my
Okay.
money, my parents' money actually.
No job.
No.
That's okay. You'll make the money.
Yeah. I used to have like an internship where I earn money, but my parents locked that card so I can't really spend that money. But rather than that, I guess going to the mall, going to the beach sometimes with you guys or with friends. Yeah, I mean, I usually just stay home. Yeah.
Chill.
Eat, talk with my parents, do homework, sleep, repeat.
Okay.
That's basically my life, yeah.
Like spending time with your family. Do you like to do that?
A lot, yeah. We usually spend a lot of time watching movies. Recently, actually, every Saturday, my mom has always been so eager to watch like funny movies. We recently been watching like a lot of Jackie Chan movies, which I thought was super weird. My
That's
dad is always
interesting.
falling asleep because he always watches Jackie Chan movies, so he knows every single movie. But I think that's such a great time to bond with my family as well. And again, like I'm leaving in like 5-6 months, so
Yeah,
I gotta really take this opportunity
definitely.
to kind of spend not my, oh my god, it sounds like my last moments with them, but just knowing that I'm not gonna live under their roof anymore. Like I'm only gonna be coming back periodically instead of like being there every single day.
I know.
It'll be a
It's-
big transition, not only for me but also for my parents as well. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm ready to even do that.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much uncertainty with going to college because we're really going into it with such a blind eye,
Yeah.
but also with a lot of expectations because it's like, we always see these videos of other people saying like, oh, day in the life of me at college, this is my college life. So we're always holding ourselves to that expectation of like, oh, that's what my college life experience has to be. So I feel like a lot of students here also stress about that a lot, like especially when choosing colleges, their college experience, they're always like, but I want to experience this. Like maybe like, oh, the party life or just being away from their parents, finding somewhere in college where they can have a lot of fun, where it's not very like, they can balance their academic and social life.
Yeah.
So it really is like, it's a really big decision that takes a lot of time
Yeah.
to say.
Okay. There's lots of like expectations and experiences like leading on to, that big step of leaving and going to college. So what's your legacy that you're gonna leave behind, like at Maryknoll or even like for yourself, you think?
I think it's crazy, like, when you leave, become an alumni, you like, it's almost like an honorary thing where you leave that legacy. Like, you're not going to be on campus anymore and you're just remembered as like maybe a role model. For me, I think my legacy that I want to leave is, no matter where you are in your high school life, I feel like it's so important to stay confident and, just be
Yeah.
who you are sometimes because you shouldn't be, altering yourself in order to please others. I feel like I've learned that throughout my high school career. I've definitely lost some friends because, I wasn't being true to myself. So I feel like through my actions, through government, through Life Teen, through Filipino Club, through all of my extracurriculars, and just through my, my presence overall, I want people to understand that being confident in yourself is the number one thing that'll get you through high school. And I know it's easier said than done because I definitely had struggles with like, being confident in myself, not caring what other people say. But when you grow in high school, I feel like you'll know and you'll learn that the only opinion that matters is your own opinion, because who are you to, determine someone else's life? It's your life. Live your own life. And I feel like at Maryknoll, they foster so many other like opportunities that can help you, gain confidence in that. And, me being a lifer, I feel like I've always been well-rounded with like the experiences offered here at Maryknoll. And I can say that Maryknoll has like really prepared me to be an independent person and a confident person in that matter in college. So I think that would be my legacy.
That's beautiful. Thank you for your words of advice as well for other people leaving.
Yeah.
And just thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
It was great. Very comfortable on this couch, It's like we're having a
Awesome.
little conversation. So
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Well, that's it for here on In the Knoll. Catch us in the next episode. Bye.